And we're back discussing paranormal activity here in the Columbia Gorge, and Richard Lyons is with me. We're going to look at some of your stuff.
Some of the toys.
Some of the toys. And this is just a little bit of your equipment.
These are some of the smaller, more handheld things.
Yeah. So tell me, what do we have here?
Well, of course, we have, some of the things people will recognize. We have, digital audio recorders. We have wireless audio. We have night vision cameras. These hook into a DVR system. We can film multiple cameras at the same time.
Okay.
Kind of like security cameras they use in the mall. But these are night vision. They see in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And portable infrared cameras. Those are also something we have. You have several different kinds of air temperature and temperature reading equipment, and then electromagnetic field, radio field, and electrical field detectors.
Now, is this stuff made specifically for finding paranormal activity?
Believe it or not, they are starting to advertise on certain websites for the companies that make these, good for ghost hunting,
Really?
But most of this stuff is used in, everything from the news fields to, like I said, security to electricians, use this kind of stuff. So.
Okay. So again, it's using science to
explain it.
Yeah. So now this little guy, that's all the lights.
That's our K2 meter.
And that's kind of an important piece right there.
Very important. One of the leading theories about the paranormal is that in order for whatever these things are, I'll use the word entity for lack of a better word, in order for something like that to manifest itself in your home or your business, it takes a certain amount of energy. And science says anything moving, making noise takes energy. And one of the leading theories is that they use electromagnetic fields, for lack of any other kind of energy, to manifest themselves. And there's some argument about whether EMF causes the activity or whether the activity causes the EMF. But regardless, you seem to get a lot of electromagnetic field fluctuations in areas where there's a lot of paranormal activity. This is one kind of sensor that does detect electromagnetic fields. You turn it on, it lights up, it tells you if there's any kind of electromagnetic fields. And what's interesting is as I bring it towards some of my own equipment, which isn't on right now, you can see it's not really lighting up, but if any of these were on, especially the cameras or the radios, sometimes anything with speakers, stuff like that.
Would it pick up like by your mic?
I don't know. Nope, not really.
Yeah.
Cell phones set them off crazy.
Oh, okay.
But the idea here is that if you walk into an area and you're reading, we usually do a sweep in a room before we do our investigations to get a baseline reading where, fuse boxes and things like that are and all that sort of stuff. If you find an electromagnetic field that is somewhere it shouldn't be and it doesn't stay there, it kind of moves or it disappears, that's paranormal.
Okay.
And so we use those. This is a tri-field meter. It picks up electronic fields, radio fields, and magnetic fields.
Okay.
And so the idea here, again, if you pick up something that isn't normally there and it moves around, and that's usually the paranormal.
Okay. And then this little guy does.
This is basically an IR temperature gun, and you've probably seen people use this. Mechanics use it for pointing at the engine and finding hot spots on engines and stuff. Anywhere you point, it lays a laser dot out, and wherever the laser dot touches, it gives you an instant reading of the temperature of that object. This is good for getting surface temperatures. One of the other theories is that in lack of any other energy to pull from, entities will sometimes pull from just literally the ambient air temperature, which is when you start to get things that people call cold spots. Somebody walks into a room where the room temperature is 74 degrees, and all of a sudden they feel this really, really cold spot. Their hair on their arm stands up. It feels like you stepped into a refrigerator. We can document cold spots with this kind of a thing, and actually see temperature fluctuations. We got a cold spot once that we used this little device for. This is a digital thermocouple thermometer, and wherever you place the blue probe, it reads the air temperature. It's not surface temperature like that one, it's air temperature. And we once had a cold spot that was relatively in the shape of a person. And you could hold it out here and it would read 74 degrees, and you'd stick your hand into the cold spot and it would drop to 39.
And do you identify that there's no
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like,
You look, of course, you look for vents, air vents and things like that, you know, and when you're in the middle of a room and all the air registers are at the edges of the rooms and there's no ceiling fans and nothing like that, and you've got this ball of cold air sitting there, I mean, it's really kind of interesting. And a lot of times, the real reason we do this, you try to use these to document things that you're picking up on the camera or the audio. For instance, a lot of times when we get cold spots, we're also picking up shadow play, we're also picking up voice phenomenons, and this is just one more piece to say, you know, look, we had an electromagnetic field that wasn't there before, we had a cold spot, we had some voices that we picked up, we saw some shadow play. That's all corroborating the fact that something was going on there.
And then do you put this all into like some sort of a format that it can be
presented to? Yeah, absolutely. And we put it on DVD and discs, and we bring it in and we show the client, you know, what it is we've captured.
Okay. And you just do this basically for fun?
Yeah.
I mean, do you plan to make this into a business at some point?
Oh, heck no. No. The whole idea is that we're a nonprofit group. We don't charge a dime for what we do. People really are trusting us to let us come in. And again, you know, some people, they're afraid of ridicule. Mm-hmm. They're afraid of saying, hey, some weird things have been happening, you know. And one of our slogans is, we believe and we're here to help. And the idea here is that, you know, people who feel like they have no other avenue, we can come in and give them some sort of peace of mind. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I've had my own personal experiences, and for me, the reason that I'm on the team is probably different than why other people are on the team. I'm on the team because I've had my own paranormal experiences that, you know, as a scientist, I can't explain. And I want to find an explanation for it.
Well, very good. Well, hey, thanks for enlightening us a bit.
Thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely, and best of luck to you guys.
I just want to say people can find us on the web, www.columbiagorgeparanormal.com.
Okay.
They can contact us through our website, and we'd love to do investigations just about anywhere in the gorge.
Well, great. Well, we'll have to check in with you in a little while and see how things are coming along.
Absolutely.
I'd love to hear about the Columbia Gorge Hotel. And
sure. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Localite. John Compton here saying thanks again for watching. And remember, if you've got a guest idea, let us know. Just visit localite.com.